Alright, we should be live. We're gonna try it from our phone, from my phone now, seeing that the the computer doesn't wanna connect. So we're just gonna do it from my phone. So we're just gonna get right into it. It's a 29. We're gonna go with the Browns, the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Jets, the Colts, Patriots, and Broncos there, week 1. And we're going to go Seattle and New Orleans to win those 2 games. And we're going to go with winning opening night there. We're going to go with the Eagles over to win their first game here. Detroit over Arizona. And we're going to go. Where do we go to next week? There it is. Let me make sure this is actually working on my computer though. Home against the Patriots. I'll give the win to the Dolphins there. And then we'll take the Texans, the Colts, Chiefs, AFC NFC matchups. We're gonna go with the 49ers, the Giants over the Bills, Ravens over Cardinals. We're gonna go good matchup. We're gonna go with the Seahawks over the Steelers, and Bears over Broncos, Bears over the Buccaneers. We're gonna go Green Bay wins up, Dallas wins that matchup. Rematch. And we'll have the actual result that should have happened last time. Happened this time. And then we have Jacksonville and Tennessee. Tennessee will get their first win, I believe. First win of the season. Yep. As the Jaguars start 0-3. We're going to have the Bengals winning that matchup. I'm going to say the Chiefs take that at home. The Patriots destroy the Jets at home. We'll have. I'm going to take the Houston Texans in that matchup against the Chargers. We're going to take the Colts, the Cowboys, and the Packers at home, along with. We're going to go. We're going to go LA with that matchup, but kind of liking Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers at home there. Then we're going to have Philadelphia wins that matchup. Giants take care of business at Tampa Bay. We're going to have Carolina getting the win against Arizona. Arizona's going to struggle once again this year. We're going to have New Orleans taking that game. And the Bears win another game. I think they're 3-0 to start this season. Start off with a bunch of 3-0 teams. Next, we have the Bills and the Patriots. Patriots always seem to beat the Bills. We're going to have Colts winning that matchup. I'll take Miami winning their first game of the year there. We're going to have the Ravens beating the Browns at home. We're going to have Jacksonville getting their first win against Denver there. And we're going to have Pittsburgh taking care of the Bengals. Atlanta gets a win there. Kansas City. And we're going to take the Panthers over the Texans there. Pittsburgh and Green Bay. Good matchup. Or Philadelphia and Green Bay. Wow. We're going to take the Packers there. We're going to take the Giants at home against the Washington Redskins. Seattle beats the Cardinals. We're gonna have LA over the Buccaneers. We're gonna take Chicago. We're gonna say Minnesota hands Chicago their first loss of the year. Yeah, so that's a very strong division there. And then we're gonna have New Orleans taking care of Dallas. The standings, couple 4-0 teams here. 3-0 with the bye that week. No, do not want the Premier Link. At week number 5, Pittsburgh and Baltimore. I'm going to take Pittsburgh there. I'm going to take the Titans getting the win there. I like the Chargers in this matchup and a good matchup here in the Colts and the Chiefs. I'm going to take the Chiefs in this matchup, though. Arizona and Cincinnati. We're going to go with Cincinnati. Arizona's not going to be a good team this year, even with Kyler Murray. We're going to take the Jets over the Eagles off that bye. Carolina over Jacksonville. We're going to go with Chicago here. Then we have New England. We're going to take Houston in this matchup at home. Cleveland and San Francisco. I'm going to give that one to the Browns on Monday night there. LA and Seattle. Ooh. Good matchup. We're going to give it to the home team here in Seattle. And we're going to say the Vikings over the Giants at home. Saints over the Buccaneers. And we're going to take the Green Bay Packers over the Dallas Cowboys. They're now taking a little bit of a look. 5-0 Saints, 5-0 Chiefs. A couple of 4-1 teams with actually a bunch of 4-1 teams with 3 in the NFC North. So that's a good. All right, now we got the Chiefs and the Texans at home. We're going to go with the Chiefs. I'm going to say Baltimore wins that matchup. We're going to give that matchup to Tennessee and the Chargers. Next, we have at the Patriots. As much as I want to take Eli Manning over the Patriots, I don't think it's going to happen. I wish it would, but I don't think it will. We have Seattle and Cleveland. We're going to give that to Cleveland. Miami and Washington coming off the bye. We're going to give that game to Washington. Dwayne Haskins is going to start to get the hang of it there. And we're going to take the Cowboys over the Jets as well as the Saints over the Jaguars. London game here. That's where Tampa Bay gets their first win of the year. First win of the year? Yeah. At 0-5, they will beat the Panthers. We're going to take the Eagles over the Minnesota Vikings. Falcons get a win against the Cardinals there. LA takes care of San Francisco, and Green Bay on Monday night in Lambeau Field gets the win over the Detroit Lions. Now looking at week 7. We have Denver and Kansas City. I'm going to say Denver steals a game at home here. That would be a much needed win at that point. Jacksonville and Cincinnati. I'm going to give that to Cincinnati. Next we have Buffalo and Miami. This is one where one team has to win. I will give that to Buffalo. And off the bye, the Colts get the win against the Texans. I like the Chargers in this matchup, and then the Patriots will take care of the Jets. Jets not looking like the greatest team this year. Oakland against Green Bay. Green Bay is going to take that game. We're going to take Baltimore over Seattle, though. I'm going to say Atlanta gets a nice win here at home against LA. The Giants take care of the lowly Arizona Cardinals. We're going to say the Detroit Lions get a much-needed win there. San Francisco wins there. New Orleans wins there. And the Dallas Cowboys take on the Philadelphia Eagles and beat them. So now taking a little bit of a look at the standings here. Only one undefeated team left with the Saints, trying to get revenge for the year before. Jacksonville and New York, we're going to give that game to the Jaguars. And we're going to say the Raiders get their first win of the year here against the Houston Texans. Colts get the win here. Browns at the Patriots. Now, 2 years ago, this would be a laughable matchup. But this year, the Browns knock off the Patriots. Then we have Pittsburgh over Miami here. We're going to take the Bears in that matchup. Buffalo and Philadelphia. I think Buffalo could pull off a win at home here. LA, we'll give that to Tennessee. Green Bay and Kansas City. Kansas City gets that win. Washington, Minnesota. We're going to give that to Washington there. Dwayne Haskins is going to get a hang of it. We're going to have Atlanta coming off their really nice win the week before. Get another win. Giants beat the Lions. Saints continue rolling on with a win against the Cardinals. And we're going to have Carolina over San Francisco. So Carolina looking like a halfway decent team in that division. Along with that undefeated team, we have still the Cardinals at 0-8 though. So they're still looking for their first win heading into week 9. Jacksonville and Houston. We're going to give that game to the Houston Texans. We're going to give this game to Miami just because someone has to win that game. Colts and Steelers. The Colts will take that matchup, and the Browns will win there as the Baltimore Ravens knock off the Patriots at home. We're going to take a look here. We have... I'm going to try something. Ooh, yes. I like this much better. We're going to have Washington knocking off Buffalo. Kansas City takes on Minnesota. We're going to go Kansas City. We're going to say Carolina knocks off Tennessee there. Actually, no. We're going to go Tennessee over Carolina. We're going to go Oakland, get a nice win there. And let's say Green Bay over the Chargers there. And then we have the Arizona Cardinals going up against the San Francisco Giants. Still unable to get a win there. Kyler Murray is going to struggle a little bit just because he's not surrounded with much. We're going to have the Bears knocking off the Eagles. Seattle beating them. And the Giants getting a win against the Cowboys. Much needed. Where's the option for the next week? I'm missing something. Turn this sideways to go to the next week. All right. Take a look at the standings real quick. We got the Ravens and the Browns neck and neck there. Bears and the Packers. Saints and Panthers. Colts and Titans. Giants and Cowboys. Patriots. Rams and 49ers. Chiefs. Yeah. All right, let's take a look. We have the Raiders hosting the Chargers. The Chargers will get a much needed win there. The Bengals knock off the Ravens as the Browns take the division lead there. Kansas City takes care of business at Tennessee. We're going to give that game to the Colts. Giants will absolutely obliterate the Jets. We're going to go with LA winning that matchup. Pittsburgh struggling after losing AB to a 3-6 and last place in that division. Yikes. We're going to give that game to the Bears as the Cardinals get their first win this season against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Then we have the Green Bay Packers beating the Panthers. We're going to take on the road, the Atlanta Falcons knock off the Saints for their first loss of the year, I believe. Yeah. We're going to have the Cowboys beating them, and we're going to have Seattle knocking off the 49ers. Taking a little bit of a look here. Very competitive division there in the West. Giants surprisingly doing really well there. We got a bunch of very dominant teams. Quickly switch so we can go to the next week. There we go. Pittsburgh Steelers steal a game in Cleveland to keep their playoff hopes alive. Colts, too nice for that Jacksonville team. Miami and Buffalo, a team has to win there. We're going to give it to the home team, Miami. We're going to go with Houston knocking off Baltimore there. We're going to say that Oakland gets a nice win there against the Bengals as the Chargers get a win in Mexico against their division rivals with the Chiefs, getting it a little bit closer into the division there. The New York Jets taking on the Washington Redskins. I'm going to say the Jets get a win there finally as Minnesota beats the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots defeat the Eagles. The Saints, after their loss to the Falcons the week before, get the win against the Buccaneers. We're going to take the Dallas Cowboys over the Detroit Lions. We're going to say Carolina knocks off Atlanta, even though they're coming off their high of winning that matchup against the Saints. They're going to fall to Atlanta, or they're going to fall. Yeah, they're going to fall to Carolina, and we're going to have LA beating the Bears. LA is starting to try to run away with the division a little bit more. Heading into week 12 here. We're going to have the Colts and the Houston Texans. Texans trying to keep their hopes alive on Thursday night at home. They get a win against the Colts, giving the Colts their second loss of the year. Pittsburgh still trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Get a win at Cincinnati. We're going to have Denver defeating Buffalo. We're going to have the Browns beating the Dolphins. The Jets get a nice win there. Not like it's going to affect anything against the Raiders in their Tank Bowl. And then the Tennessee Titans will get a win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now we're looking at the Cowboys and the Patriots. The Patriots will take care of business in that game. LA gets a win against Baltimore, and they're starting to get on a roll now. Giants on the road off the bye against the Bears will not get the win there. Atlanta gets the win against Tampa Bay. Washington and Detroit. Detroit gets a win there. New Orleans take care of the Panthers. Green Bay gets the win on the road against the 49ers. And Seattle gets a nice little win there too. So it's still a very competitive division in the West. In the East, these two teams turn the Eagles and the Redskins struggling there. Cowboys and the Giants fighting for that division spot right there. As we head to week 13. The Bengals get a win against the Jets to try to keep their playoff hopes somewhat alive. We have the Chiefs knocking off the Raiders. We're going to have Tennessee and Indianapolis. I want to give that game to the Titans there. They advanced to 7-1 or 7-5, my bad. Getting a little bit closer within that division race. Chargers keep their playoff hopes alive, getting a win there against the Broncos. We're going to give Pittsburgh the win there, keeping their hopes alive. New England takes care of Houston because they always seem to do that. Dallas getting the win against Buffalo. Philadelphia getting a win against Miami. And Buccaneers will actually get a win there against the Jaguars. And we're going to go Baltimore getting a win against the 49ers there. Thursday games. These are I believe they are the Thanksgiving week because there's multiple Thursday night games. We're going to take the two road teams here with the Saints and the Bears. Giants and Packers. This game's going to go to the Packers, though. We're going to have Carolina, or actually, we're going to have Washington getting a nice little win there. LA gets a win against the Cardinals, and we're going to have the Seahawks getting the win there against the Vikings. Just taking a little look at the standings there. We have the Packers leading that division now. We have the Browns there. We have the Colts there, the Saints there, Cowboys, Patriots, Rams, and Chiefs. As we're going to jump to week 14. And we have the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. We're going to take the Ravens in that matchup. They are in a tight division race with the Cleveland Browns, which win that matchup, go to 9-4. The Jets win there, 5-8. They're nowhere near a playoff spot, though. We're going to have the Houston Texans getting a win there. We're going to have the Chargers, and we're going to have the Patriots losing to the Chiefs here as the Raiders get a win here against the Titans. We're going to have the two road teams with the Colts and the Steelers getting the win against the Cardinals and the Buccaneers. We're going to have Chicago knocking off Dallas at home on a Thursday night game. We're going to have Atlanta getting the win there. We're going to have the Packers getting the win. And we're going to go basically all home teams here. Monday night, Giants and the Eagles. The Giants always seem to struggle in Philadelphia. They get the loss there. So a good division there with the NFC North. Looking at it now with the Packers and the Bears. We're going to take a look here at week 15, where the Ravens get the win there. We'll have the Patriots getting the win on the road against Cincinnati. Kansas City with the win there. Pittsburgh keeping their playoff hopes alive at 8-6, undefeated in the division. We're going to have Tennessee knocking off Houston, stay somewhat competitive, and we're going to have Jacksonville actually getting the win there. Jacksonville improves to 3-11. Giants take care of the Dolphins, as we're going to have the Saints Saints beat the Colts, and the Chargers beat the Vikings. Vikings having a very disappointing year now, 6-8. Kirk Cousins making a lot of money but not showing any results. We're going to have the Lions winning that matchup. A great matchup here as the Bears will get the win at Lambeau Field. So we'll have Washington defeat Philadelphia. We'll have Atlanta over San Francisco. And we're going to have LA over Dallas. LA is just the better team there. On to week 16. So we take a look at a little bit of the standings here. A tie in the North at 11-3 between the Bears and the Packers. 13-1 Saints, 8-6 Cowboys, 10-4 Colts and Patriots and Browns. 12-2 with the Chiefs. As the Browns will get a win there against the Ravens. We're going to go with the Chargers. So Chargers stay competitive at 10-5. We're going to go Miami getting the win there. Pittsburgh with the win against the Jets. And the Patriots getting a commanding win against the Bills. We're going to go with the Denver Broncos here. Houston, Colts, Falcons, Saints, and Chiefs, with the Rams beating the 49ers, the Giants over the Redskins. We're going to go Cowboys over Eagles, Seattle over Arizona, and we're going to go Minnesota getting a nice win on Monday night here. Keeping that division competitive heading into week 17 here. So we have Cleveland already clinching the division. They benched their starters and get a loss there because they don't really have too much to play for other than a little bit of seedings. We're going to have the Jets knock off the Bills to end the year. Same thing for the Chiefs there. They benched their starters. And we're going to go with the Colts finishing it off with a win, though. We're going to have the Patriots finishing 12-4. As we're actually going to come back to that Pittsburgh-Baltimore matchup because that's for the last spot in the playoffs, probably. As Houston knocks off Tennessee. Oakland will get the win against Denver. Atlanta over Tampa Bay. And then the Giants and the Cowboys win their week 17. We're going to have New Orleans over Carolina. Green Bay over Detroit. Minnesota ends with a win there. LA defeats Arizona. And Seattle gets the win against the 49ers. Taking a look at the final. Oh, wait, no. It's not the final standings. The winner of the Baltimore and Pittsburgh matchup is the home team and the Ravens. Looking at the rankings now. With the number 1 seed in the AFC goes to the Chiefs. Number 2 goes to the Colts. Number 3 to the Patriots. Number 4 to the Browns. 5 goes to the Chargers. And 6 goes to the Ravens. On the NFC side, it's number 1 Saints at 15-1. 2 at Seattle, 13-3. 3 at Green Bay at 12-4. 4 goes to the 10-6 Cowboys. 5 goes to the 11-5 Falcons. 6 goes to the 11-5 Seahawks, as the Bears lose out on the playoffs at 11-5. Giants at 10-6 do not make the postseason. All right, we head to the wild card weekend here. We have Cleveland taking on the Chargers. I'll say the Browns get the win in that matchup. Crazy. The Browns win a playoff game. Not so crazy. The Patriots win one. We have Atlanta taking on the Cowboys. Atlanta gets the win there, as Green Bay gets a win there at home against Seattle. Head to the divisional round here. Where we have New England and Indianapolis, Kansas City and Cleveland. We're going to have the 2 home teams winning that matchup, coming off the bye. The Colts and the Chiefs get the win there. Then we have the LA Rams taking on the Green Bay Packers. We're going to give that win to the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers advance to the NFC Championship. They will go up against the New Orleans Saints for a spot in the Super Bowl. All right, now we got the Colts and the Chiefs. I'm going to give this matchup to the Chiefs. The Chiefs defeat the Colts for the 2nd straight year in the playoffs. This time it's to make the Super Bowl, as they will take on the New Orleans Saints. And heading to the Super Bowl, we have the Saints taking on the Chiefs. And this year, we get it all right. We get the matchup we want, as the Saints take revenge for what happened to them last year. And the Saints win the Super Bowl over the Kansas City Chiefs. And there we have it. Let me guys know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think I'm crazy or not? Do you think I got some of these right? Do you think I got wrong? Let me guys know what you guys think. But that's going to do it. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, guys.